RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode. What it do?
So we'll go for our last and final topic of the night. And it's like, who has had the better career? And it's between Sergey Kovalev or Chris Byrd. That was interesting. When I saw that poll today, I was like, man, that's random. Like, the niggas aren't even in the same division, or not the same time, but they were at one point. Except, one had a very unfortunate.
I don't know why niggas remember that and focus on that out of his whole career. Motherfuckers go back to the light heavyweight shit. Because the reason why that name was suggested, because when King P did, I think, who was more deserving of the Hall of Fame or better career or whatever.
Yeah, who was better Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame. And it was between Vladimir Klitschko and Andre Ward. That's when a part of me was like, let me see, because I thought a lot of niggas was gonna dick ride Ward. So I was like, damn, but I was like, he don't even have no Chris Byrd win on his fucking resume. So like, I wonder if you matched up Kovalev with Chris Byrd, like, who would say had the better career? And so that's why I suggested that to him. And I was like, when we do the career shit, make that be the first one. I'm just curious.
Yeah, because I told him I had something in mind like that, but with two different people. And I won't name their names now because I'm going to do them later. But yeah.
Yeah, so, and right now, just take a look at the poll. We've had 25 votes, and 60% of them are for Kovalev, 40 is for Chris Byrd. Like, it could be a lot of different things. But as I mentioned before, briefly before we went on the air, I can see Kovalev having a better career than Byrd, because I do believe his highs were higher than his with Chris Byrd's. At Kovalev's peak, dude was a murderous puncher and held three of the four light heavyweight titles, at his actual peak. So
what are these highs? Like, give me these highs, these quality opponents that put him on this high pedestal. I just gotta hear this.
Let's see, the Skull win, the Hopkins wins.
Hopkins was gonna be of course, was gonna be the name.
The Clipper won to the actual round too. I was like, he won me some money that day. One of the few things that dumbass did.
I also think that some people, like, they probably thought, because like they consider this a high even though it's not an official high, is a lot of people felt like he won the first Ward fight, so they took that into consideration.
I was wrong. I thought he beat Ward in the first fight.
I thought he beat Ward in the first fight, but I'm not gonna add that to him like it's an official win. Like, the fuck.
Yeah, but like at his peak, Ward, Kovalev, like I said, he was a tough guy. We can't say that he wasn't a top fighter at 175, and he didn't.
He was, but he was never like the guy.
Yeah, no, and the reason why is because we all know the Kovalev Superman story is going to be, it's going to be reiterated at some point in some sort of documentary on why that fight never came about. And that's literally like the only real opponent that's actually missing from his resume.
I think it also has to do with, unfortunately, and I'm not saying I agree with this. Let me preface this by saying this is not how I personally feel. But I think some people feel that at Kovalev's peak, he was a top light heavyweight in his division, whereas Chris Byrd, a lot of people don't look at him as a top heavyweight at his time. They look at him as second tier. So that probably did play a part.
Who are these uninformed people? Like, how is a champion? Like, I feel like they was both looked at the same way, like a top guy in their division. Like, Byrd was usually looked at as number 2 or 3. Kovalev was usually looked at as number 2 or number 3. Like,
but the thing with Byrd was outshadowed by the Klitschko's, by James Toney, by Roy Jones,
Lewis.
Yeah, I'm talking about like his whole career. Remember, like, ain't like the Klitschko's were there from the fucking very beginning. Like, the only person he truly had outshadowed him was Lennox Lewis. Like, he was ahead of Ruiz, and then the Klitschko's emerged. Like,
people put like before he fucked up on his own sense was Ibeabuchi, and you know.
Ibeabuchi was actually seen as a top prospect over Chris Byrd, and he proved it. He was.
I don't think he was no prospect. He was a top contender. Niggas saying he had next. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Top prospect, whatever you want. He was over Chris Byrd. There was no question about that.
Let me put it like.
Beat him to do that shit. Like, the fuck?
Let me put it like this, and I do remember this. A lot of people, the consensus was like a lot like. Remember when like people were like, well, you had some people that were like, oh well, when Roy won his title, oh he should fight Chris Byrd. Yawn, like everything was yawn when you brought up that people were avoiding Chris Byrd.
Yeah, I mean, but and also with Chris Byrd too is like, I mean, me and LB had this conversation before. Dude was not a spectacular heavyweight champion. He was not.
Fuck out of here. That man had boxing skills.
We had this discussion before about this nigga. The only person he probably cleanly defeated really was fucking Devera Williamson. And he didn't put up a fight.
He beat everybody he fought clearly except to who he lost to. Like,
he probably lost to Galata for sure.
Nah, he ain't losing no Galata.
I mean, he was losing.
An 8 rounds to 4 type of fight.
Nah, he was losing to Vitali before Vitali quit.
Yeah, he was.
Made him quit.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that one was, and Chris Byrd had stomach problems. Like nigga had diarrhea, and he actually,
the dude took the fight on 2 weeks' notice and made a guy who's used to land 50% of his shots or close to that. He dropped his punch connect percentage to 22%.
I mean, regardless,
he was coming back.
Regardless, all Vitali had to do was like literally stand and not throw, and he would have won the fight. That's how far he was.
You say it like it's that easy, but you don't have a nigga throwing hands at you and bullying you on the ropes and shit. Like,
I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying what it really was.
Yeah. All I'm saying is like it's a legit win. He knew Vitali was the favorite. He knew what it was. He knew he couldn't go on with Chris Byrd putting his foot in his ass. He felt what was going to happen, and he didn't trust himself, and he quit. Yeah, that's easily a better win than Kovalev has in his career. I don't see a Kovalev win better than that.
I mean, like think about it like this: Lennox Lewis gave up his belt because basically to avoid Chris Byrd and nobody.
Well, actually, he gave it up and got $2 million in a Range Rover from Don King to give up that belt.
And nobody seemed to care. Like, nobody was like, oh, well, he should have fought Chris Byrd.
Chris Byrd fights were not must-sees. They were not like, I gotta watch somebody Chris Byrd's fight. Chris Byrd.
I like Chris Byrd.
Nah, fuck all of that. All the boring ass niggas y'all be cheerleading now, and y'all gonna have the nerve to say Chris Byrd ain't have no good fights. Fuck out of here. You niggas cannot be no Ward fan and tell me fucking Chris Byrd dude. Ward never had a fight as good as the Galata fights.
No, I just said I liked Byrd, but I'm saying the consensus. Like, I'm saying
what about the consensus? We talking about y'all, like, what y'all voted.
But no. But we have to talk about the consensus because the consensus has Kovalev up, and you're wondering why, and I'm telling you reasons why that could be.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have it 2 ways, but you can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. With Chris Byrd, you gotta.
No. I feel like a lot of people are judging. They're not judging the both fighters the same. That's how I'm looking at it. I think a lot of people who are judging Kovalev, they're not like. I could easily say, well, okay, yeah, Byrd, he moved down the light heavyweight and got KO'd and his ass kicked, and that was a stupid move.
But it was.
But then I could also say, a fucking middleweight came up to Kovalev and knocked him the fuck out in a sparring match.
I mean, there's also another thing too. I
mean, it's the same shit, right?
One thing I will keep it real is Chris Byrd's competition was hell a lot tougher than Kovalev's. It was a lot tougher.
Very true.
There's not a question about that. Dude's resume who he fought will put the current heavyweights to shame. That's because dude fought some absolute monsters in his prime, in their primes too. That's where my respect for.
I still think he had a better career than Kovalev. Like Kovalev don't get me wrong, Kovalev's a Hall of Famer. He's had a solid career, but all the getting knocked out, the highs ain't as high. Like I don't see his wins over.
Got knocked out in his prime too, so it wasn't like Kovalev got, he got KO'd.
Abuchi, nigga, like.
Yeah, and then he got beat down by Vlad the first time around, and then stopped out of his prime by Vlad again.
Vlad's a fucking Hall of Famer. We could live with that. Like, that's cool. Like,
and what he
boosts Vlad resume. Kovalev got knocked out by fucking Alvarez, bro.
Is he not? Lighter Alvarez. You have to specify, nigga.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know which one I'm talking about, nigga.
Like I said, I beat you, knock out Chris Byrd. He's not going into the Hall of Fame, nigga. So it's the same thing.
Dude, he's going into Mythical Matchup Hall of Fame.
This nigga right here,
bruh. Like, who from that time? You had me saying that he was gonna beat up Lewis, bruh. Like, get the fuck out of here. Abuchi, he took that because no one else wanted it, and the David Tua fight, like, bruh, like.
Well, I can bet you also fought David Tua.
I understand you're not a Chris Byrd fan. You're not looking at someone who was a giant killer, Olympic silver medalist. Coming on 2 weeks' notice, flying to Germany, putting hands on the Vitaly Klitschko.
Yeah, I remember the Williamson fight. The worst fight I've ever seen in my life. I remember the Galata got jobbed with a draw. I remember McCline probably should have won the fight. Kendo should have won the fucking fight. These are the fights I remember from his
Hell no, that damn MMA fight, fuck out of here.
Nigga, I even rewatched some shits and
that Kendo fight was garbage. Like, he needed to be DQ'd in that bullshit. That fight was trash. Like, honestly, I just don't see it. Like, to me, Kovalev doesn't have wins that's CM Byrds. Like, just like Pascal, okay. What, Hopkins, okay. Then after that, it's like what?
There's cleverly, like I said,
as compared to a guy who beat Vitaly Klitschko, Evander Holyfield, David Tua, Andrew Galata. No, wait, that's a draw. I'm sorry. Shit, even Jamil McCline's a more dangerous guy than motherfucking the guys Kovalev was fighting, man. Like, come on, man. Like,
we'll stop that because didn't McCline get KO'd by Chris Arreola, bro? I'm gonna need you to stop that, please. Stop that. Don't big up Jamil McCline. I like Jamil.
Yeah,
McCline,
that was an old.
Nah, nigga, don't do that, bro. We don't put McCline into this. I'd rather you say Jamil McCline, nigga. Don't do that.
dude, we talking about a Kovalev who damn near lost Anthony Yard to a guy who don't spar. Are we forget about that performance?
Yeah, if we want to see some of Chris Byrd's late round, you want to bring up Sean George again? We can, nigga.
Yeah, or Caveman Povetkin, unfortunately.
Yeah, those are not.
That was prime Povetkin.
I know, unfortunately. Prime PED Caveman Povetkin.
We can't compare a gold medalist in Povetkin to damn Anthony fucking I don't spar Yard. Like I just honestly I feel like Kovalev, he doesn't have the high highs and his lows are about the same to me. So there you go. Like, I don't feel like how the one thing he got going for him, he was able to unify some belts.
Unify 3 of them. Yeah, he was able to,
I said some, nigga. What the fuck? I gotta give you the accurate number, like.
And he did, and he was able to regain his belt too. Once Byrd lost his belt, I'm wrong because he lost the WBO belt and
I thought he was a 2-time champion. My mistake.
I almost forget that he actually did win that WBO belt because he did beat Vitaly for that shit.
2 weeks notice.
Yeah, and then like I say, he promptly jobbed it to Vlad, who beat him like he stole something. You can see both fighters have their highs and their lows, but in terms of Kovalev is probably more recent because
of course he just got his ass whooped last year. So anyways, fuck all that. Like, who you voted for? I know Kovalev and his racist ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did vote for Kovalev. Yeah, because I said that.
And the other guy over here.
I actually voted for Byrd. Thank you very much.
You said what?
I said I actually voted for Byrd. Thank you very much.
Oh! You couldn't break the back foot boxing commandments. I get it. Okay.
Oh, shut up.
This nigga.
Damn. Okay.
It's so competitive with Byrd, man.
It's Grandpa Simpson over here who don't know boxing or music.
Yeah, I know Chris Byrd, though. What I say about Chris Byrd is pretty much what everyone says about Chris Byrd. You know, that's why, you know, you don't see niggas don't even mention him as a heavyweight champion like that for America.
Well, hold on, let me fuck y'all. Like,
Niggas
King P, why did you vote for him, King P? Why did you vote for him?
I mean, I just felt like, first of all, Byrd is underrated as a talent. And I feel like his resume, even, you know, with the losses, he went through like a hell of a lot better opponents than Kovalev. So I had to take that into consideration. And I gave him credit for the Vitaly. I still give him credit for that. You know, I liked the Tua fight, you know, that win. There's wins that I liked more. It's just like, it was close. It was close. I just thought the lows for Kovalev were like, even though the lows were for Byrd were low, but still. Kovalev, looking back at it, a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Oh, you weren't impressed with that scintillating win over Nathan Cleverly and his uncle?
Yeah, no. Not at all.
No, I mean, like I said, you know, history will probably be kinder to Byrd in certain aspects, you know, and it's only because of his competition. But, you know, we're not going to say that he was a great champion or anything like that. That's, you know, that's a no-no. You know, I will not accept that. You know, he stunk out. I mean, he was not box office like that unless he was facing someone like fucking Galata. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he stunk out.
Dude, bruh. Byrd has had a lot of decent fights. The David Tua fight was good. I could recommend that. Jamil McClellan fight was good. Galata fight was good. The damn Mo Harris fight was decent. The Holyfield fight was decent. The Jimmy Thunder fight, like, bruh, like, way more better entertaining fights than a lot of these damn super stylistic defensive guys that everybody is damn cheerleading now.
Well, all I know is when Byrd was fighting, I'd rather watch Lemon Brewster fights than him or fucking Ruiz. That's for damn sure.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Of course, most people would. Like, you had like, dude, you literally said, well, you know, I'd rather see Mike Tyson fight over Corey Spinks. Like, no.
Well, that's a big extreme because Mike Tyson is a more entertaining fighter than Corey Spinks and probably more skilled. But
Mike Tyson's more entertaining than damn 90% of boxing.
That's also true.
So I'll be comparing him to Lemon Brewster, like Layman Brewster, like really, like.
Well, yeah, I mean they were.
You won't compare his ass to no boring ass Andre Ward or no Rigon Diao or Miguel Vasquez or Canelo and.
I mean, Vlad was even more entertaining than Byrd in them days before he got fixed. And Vitaly sure as hell was entertaining. He was entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, really like that entertaining loss to Lewis and Byrd.
Yeah, they were entertaining fights. There was no question about that.
Nah, Vitaly wasn't all that entertaining, honestly. So, nah. Vlad, yes. Vitaly, no.
Now, I always felt like Vitaly was entertaining. It was Vladimir who he got real boring, while Vitaly just kind of stayed the same.
Nah, but Vitaly was kind of, I don't know, just like boring to me. Like the level of competition he fought too was like, both of them were kind of boring, honestly.
Well, it depends. I mean, Vitaly stopped a lot of niggas that haven't been stopped before. I mean, that was his big thing. Like, he was durable, he never been off his feet. And he used to deliver some horrific ass whoopings.
His defense used to be way better than Vladimir. It didn't seem like he was scared of niggas. Like, he would just lean back and be like, man, I'm like 6'8". Like, fuck you, wow. Like,
I mean, like
you have a chin.
I mean, it took a while for someone to actually go 12 rounds with that dude. Like, Vitaly was like, you knew that he was someone was in for a long.
No, but even when he was whipping niggas' ass, it's just like, they were boring ass whippings, if that makes any sense.
What? That's probably like the first time I'm hearing this. Like, I don't know. Today's just like bizarro world for shit. Like, Vitaly Klitschko had boring ass whoopings.
Vitali's ass whoopings were scary. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you seen the Danny Williams fight?
I still remember the Briggs. Like, Shannon Briggs doesn't talk shit about that dude. He talks shit about everyone else. When that conversation comes up, Briggs is like, oh no, yes, Vitali was the greatest fighter I ever fought, including Foreman. Yes.
Dude, he made Shannon Briggs look like a pineapple that fell down a flight of steps, bro.
I mean, he almost killed Shannon Briggs. Literally. Like, he almost killed that dude. Vitali was scared. Like, I mean, the only thing that kills Vitali's his momentum is he got injured too much. That was his downfall. He just couldn't stay healthy long enough, and I think that's what kind of killed his run near the end of his career because he was out for so long.
Damn, he fought enough damn fights though.
Yeah, he did.
For an injured nigga, injured niggas back then was a different level than the injured dudes you have now.
I mean, between the Danny Williams and I think the Sam Peter fight, it was like almost 4 years. He came back and he didn't miss a beat. He was still whipping niggas' ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and remember the beating he put on Corey Sanders.
Yeah, Corey Sanders was like, bleeding all over the fucking place. Areola was getting his ass whooped by him. Sam Peter Danny Williams got a supreme ass whooping from Vitali.
Yeah, that was an ass whooping and a half. Like, geez.
Vitali. I can't say that Vitali was not entertaining. Like, Vitali had some,
I guess I just enjoyed Vlad's knockouts whoopings more.
Yeah, because he was the better puncher, so he'll make the punching look better when you waited after damn 9 rounds of being bored. The Vitali, he just beat up on you from the get-go, and it's like, damn, like, okay, stop it, please.
Yeah. Either you take the ass whooping, you get ruined, or you get knocked out. So it's one or the other.
Definitely. But
circle back to like I said, I mean, different strokes, and different strokes for different folks. I mean, like I said, I would say Kovalev's career is probably fresher in most people's minds than Byrd's. For the most part, Byrd is, it's been there time.
Yeah, but if you're a real OG boxing fan, it's like yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, it is. And I mean, for racism, I mean, because you might have some sort of white nationalist that might actually pick Kovalev because Kovalev's like, they see those illegals, I don't like how they behave, and, that type of shit. The nigga was a real racist out there, bro. He was. Yeah. He was. That's what. But
it is close. It's a good little argument. I give you that. I just honestly, I just disagree with Kovalev having a better career. But I can see the argument. They're both great fighters. I think they both had good careers.
I respect Chris Byrd more because, like I said, who else could say that they fought fucking both Klitschko's in their primes? Ike, David Tua, Vander Holyfield, a whole bunch of big niggas like even like Burt Coopers, your Jimmy Thunders, even your spoilers like Mo Harris. Like dude fought a whole range of niggas that would give the average niggas problems. Like the only person.
See, honestly, I feel like, and that's what makes a boxer highly skilled. It's not just fighting. See, too many times we have boxers now who only fight people that are tailor-made for their style or they can look good against. Chris Byrd was fighting all different types of niggas. Like his opponent list is so diverse. It's just it's amazing that he was able to be competitive with most of them. So,
and unfortunately, he did pay for it physically. That's what makes it sad when he's talking about this comeback shit, and he shouldn't be. When he actually has some legitimate damage, from all those wars and all those hard fights he had at heavyweight. So but like I said, his resume, like most boxers, boxers say, oh yeah, they face the best. Yeah, no, Chris Byrd faced the best. Pretty much the only one who didn't face was Lunas, who didn't want to face him because
he never got a Lennox Lewis fight, never got the Tyson fight,
and the only fight
never got a Roy Jones fight, never got the James Toney fight.
Yeah, and I wanted the James because James Toney used to talk cash shit to Chris Byrd and then talk about his wife. I wanted that fight because I know that's because the shit.
That'd have been the King of Michigan fight. Remember at the Giraffe fight, Tony's like, "Nigga, I'm the King of Madden. The fuck out of here! Like, bring your ass down here." The guy was rolling watching that shit, but good little discussion. We gonna keep it up with these. So you get another perspective on the career. I feel like this is the damn throwback block of episodes.
Yeah, because we so yeah, pretty much all the fights we named from both fighters, yeah, go catch them. So then you can also chime in on our thread too if you see a couple of them and tell us what you think. It'll be up there for another 6 more days, man. So don't delay.
Yeah.
Final
thoughts.
Yeah, final thoughts. I think we could wrap this up. Rome, since you over there silent and shit, give us your final thoughts, man, before we get out of here.
Final thoughts. Shout out to Ring Gang. We here, we alive, we well. Hope everyone's thriving through this COVID tough time, presidential election. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you mail in your votes so the Russians don't hack your shit. I'm glad King P gave me a nice little album to go listen to. Shout out King P. Fuck Pat. You ain't don't know shit.
You don't want me to test your hip hop. I can do that easily.
I don't know. You got to earn that shit. Like, you see that right hand? I don't know.
Shit, my right hand is powerful.
I don't want you to fall apart, old man.
As long as I have my speed, my punching is incredibly dangerous.
But yeah, you already know what the fuck it is. Wrong. Chi-Town's on. Like Pat say, Chicago's win because I'm blowing on this wing. You feel me? Yeah, you know. Okay.
That's what it is, man. Yo, LB, man, hit us with your final thoughts, bro.
Oh man, damn! Like, will we a package deal? Like, how the Midwest and Southern niggas go first? Like,
the light skinned niggas go first.
The fuck. Anyways, y'all just stay tuned to ringgameradio.com, light skin nigga central, backfoot boxing hub, training on deck, new videos, everything, artwork, bars and boxing, all that shit, all that good shit, cartoons on deck.
Yes.
Music on deck. Y'all make sure y'all hit up the Ring Gang Radio Spotify. Y'all hit up that Rome Spotify. Y'all hit up that Shuttleworth Spotify. And that's pretty much what it is, man. And if y'all need some Chris Byrd fights, y'all already just listen to this podcast, nigga.
Yeah, final plug in for Chris Byrd and this nigga here. Oh man, AOP, man, hit us with your final thoughts, man.
You already know what it is. Ring Gang Radio all day. You know what I'm saying? RingGangRadio.com. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You already know the vibes.
Yeah, short and to the point, man. That's what it is, man. Definitely, final thoughts are, like I say, it was a good, nice little throwback cast, with interesting quote unquote opinions, hence the quotes. You know what I'm saying? So, it was cool, do that. And then, just make sure, you also check out our cast that, we did yesterday. They are posted, we talk about the upcoming Lomachenko and Lopez fights, man. So, yeah, I'm excited about that shit, And it's a big fight that feels like a fucking big fight. I'm loving all this coverage I'm seeing. Even ESPN got on board and it's like, fuck all this. We're gonna show everything on regular ESPN, not ESPN Plus. Which is a fucking rarity. I think the only last time they did was for the Pacquiao Horn fight. You know what I'm saying? So this is big for boxing. So I hope that this actually works. So they can be like, yes, linear ESPN. We're gonna do that now. We're gonna do that for every one of our fights in the future. Knock on wood. So yeah, that's pretty much my final thoughts. So follow everything that we do because we give you that hot shit that you want and need. So for myself, Pat Scopen, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, GOAT artist, for King People Dega P, for Rome, Chicago win. Yo, Rome, stop that, bro. This has been another episode.
Hold on. Grandpa gonna lose his concentration now.
As always, the shit's real. We talk about it. So until next time, peace.